Hello everyone, this is Duni. I'm from Drew Academy, and that's where we help people to leverage their grief as a catalyst for improving their well-being and living the lives they deserve. Now, today we're going to talk about what many people think about in the month of August. That is getting ready to get back to school. Now, I know in some countries they have already resumed school and they're going on. And in some places, they are preparing to go back to school early in September or a bit later. However, it is, we all know that when it comes to going back to school, there are a few things you need to do as a parent and as the child going back to school. Now, in this year, we have gone through quite a lot of change, something we've not seen in a while or ever for many of us. We have never seen schools shut down for months. We have never seen the world shut down for months, but we have seen all that this year. And that's one thing we would like to address. Now, I know we've all heard COVID, and to be quite honest, people are tired of hearing about COVID. However, it is a reality and something that we need to think about. Now, most of our children did not complete the previous year, like they would have wanted to. Some people had proms they could not attend. Some people were completing their primary school education and then moving to high school, and they're like, and they did not complete that final step where they could actually have a good time with their primary school classmates. And some have, moving to have some transition from one class to the next, which is good. But we need to also be aware that these children that have gone through this change have a feeling about what's going on. So while I was having a discussion, I've got two children myself who are in school, in the school system, and they've thoroughly enjoyed homeschooling. And so when I said, oh, right, so we're resuming school, there was that, oh, wow, that's fantastic. I'm getting to see my friends again. But of course, during the during the period of lockdown and the holidays, they've been in contact with their friends and in contact with the school, which has been very useful. However, there is that thing of, so what happens when we get back? Would I still be able to sit at a table with my classmates all around? And they still have this question, but sometimes they don't dig into that. Now, rather than get anybody worried, either the children or the parents, the school has so kindly put things in place with the efforts of wiping surfaces, encouraging the children and making sure that they wash their hands or clean their hands from one place to the other, not touch their face, not come in if they're unwell, things like that they've put in place. The government has also put in place. And parents are also enforcing as well. It's going to help to reduce the risk of infection transmission, that's one. And two, also reassure parents and reassure the children that they're in a safe environment. But there are some things that we can do to ensure that we, our children, and those concerned around us are safe in every way. One thing is we need to make sure that our minds are in the right place. Now, we're going through this time, it's uncertain, it's difficult. Where is our mind? Are we focused on COVID? It's a fearful thing. Or are we focused on, this thing happens, but we need to try to move ahead, being safe as well? That's where our minds need to be. We need to definitely support our children on the journey as well by constantly showing a lot of concern and love. Now, there are certain things we can do. One, I normally would advise, will be to have some form of hand cleaning solution. So if you can't have a sink with running water and soap to wash your hands while you pick them up, that's fine. Get some hand sanitizer and let them clean their hands when you pick them up from school. When you're taking them home, ask how their day was. I'm sure you do that already. Have that engagement with them. Delve into how they are feeling and how their day was from an emotional and from a social point of view. And let them express themselves. Now, some children are more expressive than others. Just let it just pace out. Let them do as they would like to express themselves. Some people would like to express themselves over a meal. If that's the case, create that environment for them. You also need some space. You need some love as well. Be understanding. If you feel like maybe you're running late, don't beat yourself up. Of course, we wouldn't want you to run late to either drop your children at school or pick them up. But if you're running late or there's something that's stressing you out, take some time and just try to get yourself balanced. Explain your situation to your maybe this relevant school authority, and there's always support for you. If you've got your doctors or someone that you can speak to or a support system, approach them. Discuss this. People are ready to help. Don't do this alone. We're all here to support each other. Another thing you can do, which obviously will reduce the stress, is preparation for the next day. So usually school starts, say, on a Monday. You know that Monday, Tuesday through to Friday, you're going to have school. Most of the time, we try to leverage the children, especially if they're old enough. And most times for children to be going to school, they need to be old enough to either wipe their shoes, get the shoes ready, lay out their clothes, get the dirty clothes into the laundry basket or the laundry room, whichever way it is in your home. And at least you don't have to do it yourself. So that's one way. So most of the time I try to encourage a preparation for the next day. One, by setting up what you need the night before. Other things, very importantly, is to ensure that the children have got a journal. Okay, so this is recruiting them very early. So most of the time I say 2 journals. One journal is your worry journal, and the second one is your gratitude journal. Why do I say that? The worry journal, some people, it's a journal that you put in anything that you think that is bothering you. Anything that's of concern, whether you can solve it or you can't solve it, is something to put down. Now, if you feel uncomfortable with the word worry, you can give it another name, okay? But pretty much that journal helps you to transfer all the things that are going on in your head that makes you feel, oh my goodness, I can't handle this, and put it down on paper. It gives your brain the impression that you're going to do something about it. And when you put it down, also it's another way for you to even communicate with the child and try to understand where they're coming from or what's happening in their lives. Apart from the children having a worry journal, adults too, you need a worry journal. Now, once you've had that done, and then you can get into the thing of getting them ready for bed. So if they have a bath or a shower, brush their teeth, all the necessary things that you do before you go to bed, read them a bedtime story, things like that. Some people go ahead to either they do a family prayer or meditation, or just a time to relax and just have like my son would call it, well, let's have a chit chat. So you can have that moment. And then when you move on to the next phase, which is the journal phase, the gratitude journal phase. So they could either have a journal or they could talk about it. Say 1 or 2 things you're grateful for today. And they write the dates if they're writing it down, and write the things they're grateful for. And that's it. Just close it, have a good night, and you go to bed. Research has shown that when you express gratitude before you go to bed, it helps you get a better sleep, a better quality of sleep. And that's what you really need, because if you sleep well, you wake up more refreshed. And because you've woken up refreshed, you can face the day better. So I'm hoping that you can incorporate all these things into your lives, into the way you are showing up for the next day. Either you're going to work or you're going to school. So reducing your stress levels by preparing and getting your mindset under control and well-centered and balanced is a way forward. I hope you found this useful. And if you are preparing for resuming school, happy preparation. I know I've been doing that myself. And looking forward to a happy and more balanced life for the rest of our lives, and extending to as many people as possible. Okay? Right. So if you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to share this with people so that at least you can spread the love and spread the information as parents prepare for school, as children prepare for school, and as we get back to our usual routines, especially at the beginning of the school year. So that you don't miss out on any further episodes, please hit the subscribe button and let there be notifications sent to you anytime I release a new episode. Until then, this is Duni from Duro Academy. Take care and have a beautiful week ahead. Bye.